So it's been about a year since we did this. Maybe a little longer. Not much.
Almost. I think
I
a
think
little
it was
less, maybe.
You were still in season.
Yeah, but I think it was early. It was early. Like no, it probably is over a little bit over a year.
Yeah, yeah. And we went to dinner after that.
Yeah,
You remember that?
yeah. It was Oregon.
We talked about you and getting better.
Yeah, he was like, you need to do.
What are you doing to get better?
A lot more than I think
Remember
I was
that
at the time.
conversation?
Yeah.
Not that I was picking on you. I'm just wondering. I mean, that's the thing about it. You're in college, and you obviously want to go beyond college, right?
For sure.
And so you constantly got to have that figured out, right?
Yeah, I think last year was kind of like I didn't really know, but this year I kind of took a bigger step.
You finished up the season. Tough loss. Who was that? Auburn?
Yeah, it was Auburn.
Did that guard beat you guys?
No, their big play really well.
They did?
They kind of. I think it was the player of the year. Him. They gave it to him or Cooper Flag, but he had a day.
And that would have been your first year of playing a full year?
First year, full year, yeah. Because my freshman year, I didn't really play a lot.
Right.
But I consider that as my actual freshman year last year.
And so what did you do you think, that made the biggest difference between last year and this year? Or do you think it's just a progression?
I think a little bit of both. I think the progression helped also, but just some time off, I think helped just coming back from injury and being able to have a full, summer. Like I didn't have a full summer of development. I think my true freshman year. So just mostly because I was kind of learning how to walk and get back together, and now I was able to have a full summer, which I think really helps, and I was able to physically, mentally get 100%. So just keep getting better every day. I think that helped huge coming into this year.
I mean, everybody should know who you are. I guess I should introduce you, but right? It's Jeremy Fears, the starting point guard at Michigan State.
Yes.
I don't like to maybe throw accolades around because you don't want to jinx it, but maybe an All-American season, right?
Hopefully, I think
first team.
Hopefully, I think, but I think it's my team. The guys that playing around me, and they help me a lot. Without the coaches, my teammates, I don't think I'll be able to be me.
Even whether it's All-American or not, what you're doing at Michigan State this year is I don't want to say it's unprecedented, but it's very close to being unprecedented with your assists, right?
Yeah, I think, and that was one of my goals. I think coming into this year, I wanted to try, to lead the country in assists. I didn't know if it was possible or not, but teammates making shots, guys running and lobs and dunks, and so just being able to have them, they do the hard part. I kind of get them the ball, and everything else is really on them.
Right. And so what was somebody said you need like 50 assists to and you got about how many games?
We have 2 left. I think I don't know if the Big Ten tournament and March Madness counts, but I know we have 2 regular season, then we have Big Ten tournament, and then March Madness. So
hopefully 6 games in March Madness.
Hopefully a full 6. But I know for sure, as of right now, we have 4 games guaranteed, I guess you can say, with the 2 left, and then Big Ten tournament 1, and then March Madness. Right. So guaranteed we have 4 left. 4. But hopefully it's around maybe 8, 10. so whatever is left, I want to play the full season out.
And tell me, your counterpart last year was Trey, and he left in the portal, trying to do what's best for him. What was that like when he left?
For me, I was, a little shocked. I didn't really know what to expect. But also, I kind of understand it's life. You kind of got to do what's best for you and your future. So I can't really, was a little, upset at it, but I had to face and understand that everybody's different. And, like maybe what he did was best for him. So just having to, understand and, respect his decision. Like,
Yeah.
we still was able to do something special last year with winning the Big Ten championship and go to Elite Eight. So that's definitely, always my brother.
And he had a great, not just a great year, but he had like a impactful year,
Yeah.
right?
Memorable, he defended
made
the
the
logo
shot.
for us, hit the big halftime shot, which
Was
probably,
it halftime? Or was it the end of the game?
full court shot.
Yeah, but at the end of the game,
yeah,
to
Maryland.
win, Maryland.
So without that shot, we probably don't win the Big Ten. So
Right, and then
just-
he pushed Michigan off the logo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was so he real impactful for us, and he had some big shots against UNC in Maui, which also
Right.
got us that one. So
He was just coming into his own, really.
he helped us a lot last year.
Yeah, and so you got to pick it up, and you get new guys on the team.
Yeah, and that was a change. Being able to come in. I knew I would probably have a little bit of a bigger, different role coming in this year, which I kind of wanted, and I talked to coach a little bit about, but just the fact that it's my journey. I'm growing. I want to get better. I want to be able to help the team, and I want to keep getting better as a player and a person.
Everybody wants to get better.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Everybody wants, but how many people have the discipline to, show up in the morning or, show up at night or shoot 1,000 shots or, I don't know. What was Jason Richardson? They said he shot 1,000 shots a day during the summer. I don't know if that's true, but at least that's what they said about him.
I'll say a lot of people, like, you usually start off, in the summer or leading up to the season, you're working out, you're focused. And then usually, when the season starts, if people are, not playing as good as they want or,
Right.
Not playing, then their work ethic change. Like
Right.
some guys don't want to put in work or they stop coming. But that's where you really should be getting better. Like you should be putting in more time for your work and your opportunity. And if you have the opportunity, you want to keep striving to keep doing good.
Right. And it looks like whatever you did has paid off. It's hard to tell, really.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Was this as good as you've always been, or do you feel like you've actually gotten better?
I feel like personally I gotten a lot better. I feel more confident in myself, my game, everything else. And also I think I've grown a little, like, such as experience-wise. Like, going out there as a freshman, you're shy, you're nervous. You don't want to make a mistake. Now it's kind of at the point in my, stage where it's like, this is just basketball. I'm used to playing, being comfortable, and just going out there and just playing freely.
Be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what the last game. You beat Indiana pretty well, but there was another game, Purdue, where it was neck and neck the whole way. Right?
And in those moments, I think, maybe me as a freshman would be a little shy, scared of the moment. And me now, it's like, all right, let's, be calm. We need everybody. Let's make the right play. Let's make the big free throws, the big shot. And just obviously understanding that is like a whole different level.
What do you think your free throw percentage is?
I think it's like 91 right now or something. But that was another big thing. Like my freshman year, I didn't shoot well from free throw line. And then last year I shot okay. And then this year, it's a confidence level and a focus level. Just being able to, focus and zone out any other noise just in me in the basket.
Yeah, that's been a big deal. But what else do you think you can say, man, this is where I've really gotten better?
Leadership. I think being able to talk to the guys and help the guys, even when things, are not going well for me, is usually a big thing. Just being able to help somebody else.
Do they listen to you?
I think a little bit. I think some of the stuff I say, but they kind of know I have their best interest, and I'm trying to help them to help them. Instead of
you think you know the game?
Me.
Yeah, like if you're on the floor, who knows the game the best? Set aside Izzo because he's not playing, but like,
I think probably Jordan. Jordan has a great basketball IQ.
Oh, really?
He's young, but he kind of knows where to be, what to do.
So if he came up to you and said, "Hey, you need to do this or that," you'd listen to him.
For sure.
Okay.
I always, have we have our GAs like Blake Lampman and
Mm-hmm.
Ray Meyer. Like they help me see something that I might not see. Like they see it from the bench and be like,
Right.
okay, try driving to the basket from this angle now, and I'm like, all right, I kind of take that in and try to fit it in the moment of the game and
Right.
be like, okay, like you seen something I didn't. So obviously that's always a big help when playing in those small moments and stuff like that.
Blake's Lansing family.
Yeah.
His uncle and I went to. It wasn't middle school back then; it was junior high, and then we went to high school together. Jeff Latman, and
Crazy.
I know Blake's dad for a long time,
That's crazy. I was definitely say lately, like,
and his brother played in the NFL.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Jacob. Right.
yeah. I know I spent a lot of time, lately, me and Blake working out, shooting, late nights,
Is he a
watching
better
a little
shooter
bit.
than you?
Nah. Well, we tie. I'll say give us a tie. We'll give us a tie. But yeah, just spending a lot of time and obviously trying to take it to another level. And he played too, so he played
Right.
within
Not
the
too-
past couple years.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, so he kind of know the feel, and he watches film on other teams and scouts and stuff. So he can kind of give me little pointers in that moment, which I think the coaches like they have a lot on their plate with the plays and the subs
Right.
and the players and everything that they're trying to do. Blake is kind of watching it from a player / coach view.
And what do you think? What do you think if you looked at your game and said, "Man, I wish I was better at doing this"?
I say defensively and rebounding also. I think is those two things are always some of the most important parts of basketball. Like if you can defend it, if you can rebound it, you always give yourself a chance to be in every game. And for me, I really want to, take it to another step, another level while I can. Like at this moment, I think this is, maybe the perfect opportunity, perfect time with, us having a couple games left in the regular season and then going into, playoff time, like one and done play. Like let's take it up another notch and let's try to be the best defender you can to finish out the year on the highest note. And that's really something I want to do in this next couple, months. Like this next couple months, this month.
How many rebounds can you get though?
Me?
Yeah,
I can get a lot, but it's hard when you got Big Jacks and Coop down there. They take all the rebounds and Cohen.
Aren't
So
you supposed to be falling back?
nah, on the offensive line, yes. On defense, I for sure can.
On
can just go-
defense. Oh, yeah.
I could go grab a couple, but
Well, they look for you,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But you got.
So,
I got
not
3 great
that-
rebounders.
But you're always, aren't you supposed to make yourself open?
Yeah, I'm supposed to get open, but sometimes Coach love when I go grab a couple rebounds. I'm helping the bigs out a little.
Right. Well, you get 2 or 3 a game, right?
Yeah,
maybe
I average
3.
2. That's not enough though.
Not 2.
I want 4. Let's go
You're
get
not-
4.
You're not Charlie Bell or Travis.
Nah, I need like less 4 or 5 rebounds.
Yeah.
I think I could do that, but I gotta go get some.
Right. And defensively, like, tell me how that, like, where do you see yourself lacking there?
I think a little bit like such as
Has anybody lit you up this year?
nah, not for real, not that I know of or I can remember. I will say Ohio State Bruce Thorne he had a great game against us, but
The
the point
senior?
guard, yeah, he been in the Big Ten for a long while, so credit to him. He played great, but
what about Michigan?
nah,
Who was the guard there?
it was Yaks who had a great game against us.
Did
That was like their
At the
wing,
end? At
kind
the
of.
end? What did you say the name was?
Yaxel.
Oh,
So that's like their wing. He played pretty well against us. But overall, it's not really been a lot of guards. I think we have a great team defense, which we do pretty well,
sure.
and we always help each other. So that's usually it's kind of hard. We take our program and our guys take pride in defense. So we try to stop teams. Obviously somebody could have a great game and get hot and whatnot, but we try to be a great defensive team. But
who do you think is the best defender on your team?
best defender, that's interesting. And we have different, I think, areas. I think,
Right, you're not going to defend a big. Right?
yeah, I think on ball it could probably be, I'll say me or Jordan. I think Jordan is a great on ball. I think Kerr off ball is usually always in the right spot, helping. Shot blocking, you got to go with Cohen. And then
Right.
physical wise, you probably go with Jax or Coop. Like, they're the stronger out of the bunch. So it's kind of like every aspect, some of those guys are better defensively in their own way. Like, for me, I can say, I think, like, me knowing personnel and knowing who I'm guarding, what I'm doing, and being able to talk and communicate to other guys
You are a
in
talker,
defense. Yeah, for sure.
both during the game when you're bringing the ball up,
Yeah,
and when somebody's shooting free throws.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Even though you're not supposed to be talking on the free throw line, but they don't hear that. No one knows.
Huh?
No one knows on the free throw line.
Oh, you're not supposed to be talking?
Technically, no.
Oh, the players aren't supposed to be? But you're not on the line.
I know, it's crazy. You're not supposed to say anything while the other team's shooting free throws.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's a rule?
Yeah. They'll be like they'll give the team another free throw if they miss because you're
Oh, because you were talking?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh. Yeah, so what do you think that does for you?
I think
The
personally,
talking, not necessarily talking to your teammates, but sometimes you might be talking to the other players.
I think it personally I like it because it makes basketball fun. It's not anything personal between me and another player or another team. Like, it just gives me extra like chip. Like, if someone's talking to me and they make a good play, like, I kind of have to respect it. Like, okay, like,
What do you say? Like, what would you say?
who knows? But it wouldn't be nothing like
anything positive.
no, probably
You say,
not.
good shot, big
Yeah,
fella.
I mean, I bet that was tough move or something like that. But other than that, it's not nothing too crazy. But it's just for me, it makes basketball fun, and it's all basketball talk. It's never anything personal towards that person or
Would it be fair to say you know most of these guys?
almost. Like, I think either you played them some level in high school and AAU and open gyms, summertime.
Right.
You worked out with some of them, or even some of them you've seen in the Big Ten for multiple years.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of like you have that, that fun competitive bond in basketball and game, and it's never anything personal. So after the game, you really kind of care less of what was said. It's good game, and good luck. You
Do
kind
you
of
think
move
you're
on.
well liked?
Probably
in the
not.
league?
I think the way I like to be explained as a player, you love me if I'm on your team. You hate me if you're playing against me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think that's something that I understood and know. Like, I don't want to be like, like, I guess you can say, while we're playing. If you meet me off the court, I'm a great person, basketball and talk about anything and everything. But on the court, like, my goal is to win. Like, I want to win every game. I want to win every free throw. I want to win every shot. Like, anything that you can win in, I want to win. So just understanding that, and that's my main goal. And if I'm playing against you and you're on the other side, I'm sorry. Like, I want to win, and it's nothing personal between you. But if I don't win, I'm upset. I didn't do enough. We didn't do enough. And I need to do more.
You're doing most of that this year, but you dropped a few games. But everybody does in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
This season, you'd probably be any other season with this record, you'd probably be
Competing for a Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
But credit to that school. They're playing really well, and they got some players over
They're
there. So
big,
I got to give credit where credit is due. They got a good team.
Yeah, and you'll have to play good. What is it, Saturday?
Yeah,
Sunday?
Thursday first. Thursday.
Yeah, no, I know.
Thursday,
Yeah.
and then
How's Rutgers looking?
they almost beat us at their place. They probably should have beat us. They were up, I think maybe 6 with like a minute left, and Devine hit some big time shots for us. And
Oh yeah, that's the one where he hit the shot at the end.
yeah, we end up getting some stops and whatnot. But they're a scrappy team, physical. It's gonna be a great game, I think. Senior night, so really want to try to get this one for the seniors, for Coop, Jax, Nick, Trey, Denham, like all of those guys. So
Right.
that'll be big for us. But it's gonna be a game going into tomorrow.
How's school?
Great. One of my better years, for sure. I think I understand
Academically?
it. Yeah.
What's that mean?
Like almost all A's,
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
That's like you didn't have to. You could lie about that.
No, for sure. No, that's
Nobody's
honestly.
gonna check. You're a junior academically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So classes, I kind of got my major. I'm doing advertising management, but
So not easy.
no, not technically.
And you're gone all the time.
Yeah. So that's the only like the rough part about like traveling, and then I might miss a class, and then like some of those classes are some of the inward
What's it
stuff.
like when you're going to class? You get treated.
No, I don't think people really even notice me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just go in class, I sit down.
You're kidding yourself, right?
I don't know. Maybe they do, but
It's not like a football player who's wearing a helmet. Like, you're on national TV like every game, right?
But I mean, I just go in, I sit down, and I don't. People might be, oh, good game yesterday, and then that might be the only thing. But I go in, I sit down, I pull out my computer, and we just start doing work like everybody else. And class over, we get up, we leave, and a couple people might say good game, or might want a picture. But other than that, nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm. And you'll graduate on time?
Yeah, I should. Would be next year, second semester, and
Right.
but mostly I got like a lot of my credits done, and I'm almost
Will you
done.
take summer classes or no?
Maybe not. I don't think I have to this summer at all, but I know next. I think was it spring semester. I think
could be an academic All-American,
easy,
right?
Yeah, that's the goal. That's what I want. That's definitely always something to have.
I always say
resume.
it's better to be an All-American than an academic All-American.
Why not? Why not try to be both?
Right, exactly. And your brother left school early, Jeremiah.
Yes.
And how's he doing in the league?
He's doing great right now. Like I know he's it's a little up and down. Obviously being a rookie and being really that young. He's 19 years old.
He's had some good games.
Yeah, like I believe like 2 nights ago he had 28 points, which is crazy. But
is he in the G League or not?
No, he's full. He played.
Jace went to the G League.
Yeah. So he played every game in the NBA. He hasn't missed a game with no
Oh, really?
Like with no injuries, coach's decisions, no anything. So he was able to check in, all 60 games, I believe, already.
Are they going to make the playoff?
Probably not this year. They could make the play-in if they get hot and, maybe win like 10 in a row. But
that's hard.
Playing in the Western Conference is like a tough league. Like they have a lot of good teams over there. But overall, he's been doing pretty well. He likes it. He said it is a lot of traveling. It's like
what's he, a 2?
Combo. He's like a 1-2, so he's point guard, but he can score like really well. So
that's hard to do as a 19 to be.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
And he's pretty.
It's 1 year of college experience, and he's coming in and he's
scoring. Like, he averages 14, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, crazy.
What's that like to have a younger brother who's where you want to be?
It's kind of great, actually. Like,
good.
Just being able to, talk to him and get some knowledge. Like, usually I'm the one helping him and, like, talking to him about, like, stuff that I've done. So now he has a area that he beat me to. Like, he has some experience in. So he can give me, some knowledge and some points and whatnot. So just being able to, take something from it, I look at it as a blessing. Like, I have a brother who's playing professionally and, hopefully one day, when it's my time, he can give me some knowledge, some points, and
what's different about his game?
I think he's more scorer. He can score really well, like from all 3 levels, like make crazy layups, finishes, like so he's always been like the scoring type. And I think for me, growing up, it was a lot of passing. Like I've always been the passer. So when we played together, I would usually play the 1, and he's like the 2. So. He's scoring, I'm passing, and we both winning in the end.
When did you play together? Your senior year was the only time?
My 8th grade year, he was a 6th grader. We played together in middle school.
There you go.
Then my senior year was his sophomore year. Then that was the last time we played together.
And did you win the state title?
We did. We ended up losing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to this team. I'll never forget. Me and him both had like 2 fouls first quarter, which was crazy, but it was a crazy day.
What was the final score?
We might have lost by like 10.
Oh,
I
you
got
blown
fouled
out?
out. No, it wasn't a blowout, but it was like it wasn't my best game to end my senior year.
Yeah,
But
you never forget that. do
yeah,
you?
nah. I wish I can get it back. But now we move on to bigger and better. Hopefully, I can win a national championship. That'll make up for state.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot to put on yourself.
Yeah. That hurts the senior year.
What have you ever? Did you ever watch Raymar Morgan play?
I haven't not growing up, but I did. I have seen like some highlights of Ray, and Ray was a problem. Like now
He was
that since
bigger.
he's
He
with
was
us,
actually probably bigger than he is now.
yeah, he looked like he was, and seeing some of the highlights.
What about Goran?
I haven't. No,
Really?
no.
Because both of those guys could shoot the three.
And they won a lot of games
Yeah,
here.
yeah, they did.
And I know Herg, had a big game. Louisville, I don't know.
G had some big games
Yeah.
against teams we lost to, but I think was that the year we beat Louisville?
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
G had. I think he had a crazy first half. They said he had like 18, or he couldn't miss. It was a day he couldn't miss against Louisville.
I went to I don't know what year it would have been, but G came like 04, 05 maybe,
Okay.
and he played till 08, 09, because he didn't play on that Draymond team that lost to Butler, so that he was out 1 year. Yeah, so Ford Field was his last year, so
Okay.
maybe 09 was his last year, and he redshirted his first year. But I went to Indiana with the team, and at practice he never missed a 3-point. He never missed a basket at the shoot around at Bloomington. He never missed a shot. He was like Tyson.
For real.
Yeah, I mean that's how good he could, light it up.
Yeah.
Now it's different during the game because in the
Yeah.
game we got blown out by those guys.
For real.
Yeah, it was Calvin Sampson's last game. Yeah, so you know how it is. Practice is different than the actual
Yeah,
game,
for sure.
and they get ready for you. But where do you see? Obviously, we talked. You got hopefully 10 or 11 games or whatever. What are you going to be focused on besides school? I mean, what
Finding ways to win the game, but also finding ways to, make sure everyone, such as me, myself, the team, understand that every possession, every play, every rebound, like this can determine your last game this year.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, like starting Thursday, let's take that mindset of we need every loose ball, we need every rebound, we need every open basket. Like all of those things can be the factor in you winning or losing a game in March Madness. So, such as the Big Ten tournament, every possession matters. Like every play
Right.
matters. Let's have
Right.
that mindset and
that's
that
in Chicago.
and that goal of like let's never take a play off. Let's never give up an easy layup. Like just that mindset, I think can really help us and understand how valuable every possession and play is.
Can you communicate that to your teammates in a way that comes off positive, or is it like, oh, there's Jeremy again?
I think I can. I think
You know what I mean? Can you
It
get
can be
everybody
me.
to buy into that? I mean, I don't think you have to say much to Cooper or Carson, do you? Because it's their senior year. It's their last.
yeah. I think I can relay it. I can say it, but also like the captains who have been here, who have played, like the young guys, the freshmen wouldn't know and understand how valuable like it is. Like me as a freshman, I really didn't know, but now like saying and playing and when it's your guys that you've been with all year, it's their last year, and you know how the locker room is, and after you lose, you're crying, you're upset, like you're never gonna get to play with some of these guys
Right,
again. So
right.
just why not try to make this last forever, as long as we can.
Right.
So just understanding and having that mindset, I think,
It goes by quick, doesn't it?
yeah, quick.
From your freshman year till now, you
Yeah.
thought that junior year was forever away, and now here you are, academically a junior.
And, going through, too, I guess you can say groups of seniors. Like I seen like multiple of my guys.
Right.
We were out the playoffs and out of madness, and now it's like the season's over and like what's next? Like so just knowing that feeling, it sucks. Like you get another year, you get more chances, but they don't. So like that's just you don't never want to feel that type of way, when your brother, your teammate, someone that you spent, years and days and a lot of time, but just now they have to leave. So you want to try to win and play for as long as you can to not let their season be over.
Right, exactly. What going back to 2 years ago, did you think you'd get to this point when you were laying up in a hospital bed?
No, honestly, I didn't. I was just grateful, the doctors told me that I should recover normally and be able to play basketball. That was the only thing initially, but I did have some thoughts like, what if I can't run as fast, or what if I can't jump as high? Like, would I be able to move the same? Like, some of those thoughts definitely in the hospital, went through my head. Like, what if I'm not me again? And I think it took me a while. I wouldn't say last year I was, 100% and fully me. Like, I thought I was mentally, but body-wise, compared to last year and this year of how I'm moving and what I can do and my strength and just my jumping ability, some of that stuff is a lot different than it was last year. And it took time for me to realize and actually understand that. Mentally, I wanted to play so bad and wanted to be out there that I just told myself I was 100%.
Do you ever, are you ever in practice or whatever and think, man, I used to be able to do this and I can't anymore, or the opposite where you say, I didn't think I'd be able to, do this? And
a little bit more, I think, of last year. Last year, my jumping ability wasn't always there. So, like, I'll be trying and I'm like, like, I almost got it. And, like, back in, like 2 years ago, I would be able to do this and, like, stuff like that. So, I think it was a little bit of last year. This year now, though, I can, almost do everything that I did a couple years ago.
anything that you think that you don't have that, could you pull a quarter off the top of the backboard ever?
Nah, never. That's Cohen Carr. We're gonna leave that at Cohen. Like, I don't got that type of athleticism.
It looks like you've developed a Euro step in your game.
Slow step.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's just slow step. So like, I worked a little bit of that this summer. Like this summer was big for me, and just like some of the moves that I'm able to do now really took place in the summer. Doing it over and over and over and over. And then, in the game, it's not like I'm thinking of what move to do. It's kind of, it just happens. And then, like, I have so many reps and time at it that, like, I'm able to complete it.
Mid-range shot seems a lot better to me.
For sure. I think so, too. It feels a lot smoother, comfortable.
It seems like you're able to get that shot, right? Like, the teams will give you that.
Yeah, and, I'm grateful for it. If you want to give me that shot, it's like, Coach loved that shot. We work on it in practices. I worked on it in the summer. I work on it every day. Like, just a shot we work on actually every day. So just, taking that with confidence and just knock it down. If I miss a couple and it's there again, take it and make it.
What do you think of the criticisms you've taken this year? A little bit of, people.
I think like the way I look at it is, it wasn't intentional. I wasn't trying to harm or hurt anybody, and obviously, what it looks like can be, could play a big part in a big factor in overall that. But overall, I look at it as a distraction.
In my view, the Michigan guy fouled you, and you were falling down. I'm not saying you did anything intentional.
Yeah.
But how did they miss that? The guy comes running right up and shoves you down, right?
You're right. And but at the same time,
the other things are pretty insignificant, right?
Nothing else matters. But when you highlight or you try to, view one thing. So now it's every little thing becomes a thing. So I know I look at it as a distraction. Obviously they want us to try, to stop what our team have or what our team had at that moment. I think at one point we were 23, like or something. Like we're 24-5 now. So I think
Yeah,
when a lot of that
exactly.
stuff was going on, we had less than 5 losses. I know for
Right,
sure.
right.
So I know it tries to be a distraction to break the locker room, break our team, break the everybody apart, and then that's usually when stuff goes downhill. So just being able to stay connected, the coach is have my back, the coaches have my back, my teammates have my back, and Spartan community, like the Spartan Nation, they were with me the whole time. So just obviously understanding that my goal is to win. I don't want to be labeled or seen as a dirty or a harmful player. So only thing I care about is helping my team and trying to win games. So
Right. And what people don't know about you is you're a great person,
yeah,
right? Off the court, right? Good grades academically. Care about your mom and dad and your brother, and I don't. You've got other siblings too.
yeah, my little sister and my other little brother. Yeah,
Yeah, and you're a big brother to all of them, right? And you play 100%.
yeah.
I mean, and
Try to give 150.
and not only are you giving 100%, you're playing a lot of minutes, right? And there's nobody tougher on you during a game when you screw up than yourself, and there's somebody on the sidelines usually.
Yeah. That's very true. It's me and him, and always like he'll let me know for sure. And been so grateful for Coach. Like overall, he's helped me grow as a player and as a person. So just I couldn't thank him enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he probably would be like, oh, but he's helped me grow so much over the past 3 years, and
Man, does he get?
yeah, he's great.
He gets a little. But you seem to be able to take it in stride.
Yeah, I think I've gotten much better.
Tell me, like, when he's mad at you, like, I always think if I was playing golf and I had somebody yelling, "Hey, you critting me? You missed that birdie putt!" Like, I couldn't even.
I think he builds it. He you kind of grow, and he gives you more because he know you can take more as you get older.
Right.
So he kind of sets the base as a freshman. He lets you know like this is how we do things, and he's gonna coach you. So like I can always respect it. Like one thing I can say is when you're on the basketball court, coach is working. So he's gonna do his job, and his job is to hold you accountable. When you're off the court, it's it talks about anything like life, anything other than basketball off the court, but on the
and
court.
he's very self.
Yeah.
He very is critical of himself, and he can take a joke, right?
Yes.
As far as I know, I mean, maybe, but I joke with him once in a while, and he seems to be able to take it.
So he understands. And
What would you say to a recruit coming to Michigan State? Like when they see Izzo on the sidelines.
Just be ready. Like he's passionate, he's fiery, and he loves basketball and he loves his job. So like, just be ready to get held accountable, but also loved at the same time. Like just having that balance that he loves you and he cares about you and he wants you to be successful is also just important as him holding you accountable on the court, and he wants you to be successful there too. So that's just two huge things, and that he always has your back. Like that's one thing I can say for sure. Like all his players, past, current, form, everything. Like he has your back. He'll check on you. He'll call you. He'll fly to you. He even did that for some players. Like he'll always have your back no matter what.
Do you look forward when your days are done here to be able to come back?
Oh yeah, for sure. When I come back, talk to coach, who knows when that is, but just being able to, see how different it is. Like I know no other place or no other, teams and culture like have what he's built here, and the community and the fans and like his style and his talks, and just understanding how much, time you spend with coach. Not a lot of people even I think like care about you like that. So like just understand like his care factor and how much he loves and he care for everybody. Like you won't
Right,
find that
right,
around the world.
right, right. He is, and he's basically been the same for
The whole way.
whatever it is,
30.
95 since
31? Yeah.
31,
30.
31 as head coach.
Yeah.
And another,
more as-
another, I don't know what it is, 80 to 95, 15 as assistant coach. Let me ask you, let me back up. People, to the extent people are critical of you, I think you're a hero, right?
Yeah.
Because I know a little bit about what happened down
Yeah.
in Joliet. Do you still talk to the girl?
Not as much, but like
Have you followed up on her recovery? Is she doing
a little.
okay?
I think she is. I've seen a little bit of, like social media and stuff like that. Like I have her added on there, so I know she's pretty well. But yeah, I think overall it was a scary moment. But I think the best thing I learned was like kind of like life keep moving and like things will happen in life. And you can have no control over it, but you got
That doesn't happen to most people.
No, not at all.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's happening more and more, and you seem to be able to handle it in a way that is amazing to me. When I was a junior in high school, we owned a restaurant right over here on Grand River.
Okay.
I think it's called Tabuli, and a guy came and robbed us. And we never saw a gun, but he threatened us with it. My sister was probably 8 months pregnant, and I just saw her face turn white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, believe it or not, we were back there the next night, and he came back and robbed us again. And it's just like, in this blink of an eye, something like that can happen.
That can change.
And I think about how I reacted, and then I think about how you reacted, running back out and bringing her back and holding. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? That takes real guts. You know?
And I think in that moment, I honestly didn't know what to think or do, but I kind of know like just kind of don't panic. Like try to be
Keep your
calm
head,
as much as you can. Like I didn't know what would happen, what could happen, but I know panicking, usually in most times in scenarios and scenes doesn't help. Like the more you can have a clear mind and think, what to do next, how can you move forward, you kind of can like, maybe help the situation. Who knows? Like in situations you don't really know what to do, but usually panicking never is, the best answer.
Right. It's easy to say don't panic.
Yes,
don't
absolutely.
It's
it
a lot
is easy to
harder
say.
to do.
Yes.
I don't know if you said that to yourself at the end of the Purdue game.
Yeah.
I don't remember the score of that game. Was that 76-74?
Yes, it was.
And so it was close, right?
Yeah.
It was a shot or two. I mean, when you're coming down and running the floor, what are you thinking about?
Who's open? Where's the defense? What angles do I have? Who can I get the ball to?
We all in life are under pressure situations where we want a particular outcome to happen, And, we're not playing basketball. Everybody's not watching us, the outcome. Because no matter what, if you lose a game or you win the game, sometimes winning isn't as great as at least I don't get criticized for losing it, right? And what do you do to like not think about the bad result and just try and execute?
Kind of a little bit of understanding that like I gave 150%. Like win, lose, or draw. If I could do everything I could, if we as a team did everything we could, sometimes a team, a situation, something might happen and you maybe had no control. Maybe someone hit a full court shot like Trey did on Maryland. Right. And it's just something you can't control.
Right.
Like
you did everything right and you still
it still wasn't positive.
You were probably a better team than Maryland that that last year, right?
Yeah,
And they played a great game
Great.
and had the game essentially won
yes.
99% of the time.
And so kind of stuff like that. If you can obviously be realistic with yourself, with your team, with your family, with whatever, and you understand like sometimes just stuff happens. So
Right.
you kind of can be more honest and understanding rather than always looking negative or always thinking positive. If you can be realistic and know maybe you should have did this better, or you shouldn't have did this, and oh, you did do this well, and you did do this well, and kind of give you ways you can just grow and not really care too much about what other people think. If whoever you and your group you're around, you did everything you could.
You've had a number of great games this year, right? I mean, by most standards. What do you think your best game was?
I felt like Maryland was one of the better ones.
Here?
Yeah, home. I think I scored 17, but I had 17 assists. Like the guys, everybody made shots, and we were clicking in all areas, and it was crazy. We had like 14 threes.
You could have stayed in,
Yeah,
and set a record, right?
yeah.
You lose sleep over that at all?
Not at all. I think the guys, like our scout team and our guys, Nick, B-Wall, C-Wall, like players who don't really get the opportunity or time to play a lot, they deserve to play. Like they do so much behind the scenes, work, scouting, come in early, come in late.
Everybody roots for them.
Yeah, like just the fact that like a lot of people don't know the time that they put in for us.
mean Nick Sanders and the Walton brothers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they don't get an opportunity to play a lot. So if we can get them an opportunity, and if we're up, why not? Like I would rather be happy seeing them score or get an opportunity, get a block, make a tough play, than me trying to get a record. Just because they deserved it.
It gives them some incentive coming to practice and working.
Definitely, because I know it can be hard. Like who wants to really come to practice every day knowing you're not gonna play? Like why would I give 100? Like it's people around who will be like, well, I'm not gonna play, so I don't gotta come to practice. It don't matter. But every day they've brought it. Like for the past, I can say 2 years, like they've came in, they came to work, they helped us on offense,
Nick's a good
helped
player.
us on defense. Yeah,
Nick's people don't realize how good a player he is.
And-
how good a player you have to be just to be on the practice squad, right?
Like they come in, they sometimes it be days in practice that we can't stop them. Like all three of them.
I
like,
love those days.
And usually we're pretty upset, and you're pretty there, almost there when that happens. But we like we need to stop. Like, but at the end of the goal, they're making us better.
Right.
Like, they're helping us win games.
What do you think your most complete game has been?
That's hard. I almost forget every game.
Yeah, I know.
Like it moves so quick. It's like day by day, game by game.
What do you think a good game would stats wise would be for you?
Stats wise, for sure, 10 or over assists. I think usually is always good.
Right.
I think I need a steal or two.
Do you think you set a standard for yourself that's just ridiculous? 10 assists in a game? You like. There are probably great players at Michigan State guards that never got 10 assists in a game, right? Like, I bet you Cassius wasn't. Did he get 10 assists?
I think a couple times. I know. I think he
times.
averaged like 7 or 8 maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't think, like, for me, I don't really look at it as like the number of assists. Like, I don't never be like, oh, well, I got 6 assists now. It's kind of like I'm just playing, and I'm like, oh, okay, Cohen's open, Coop's open, Jackson's open, Kurt open, and I'm just making the pass, and like they got to make the shot. Like I'm doing the easy part of passing it to them. They got the hard part, because some days you make everything, some days you can miss everything, but some days you have on and off. But I'll just try to make the right play, like get whoever's open the ball as quick as possible. That's kind of my mindset.
You got a girlfriend,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Your mom asked me to ask that question. But you're in demand on social media, right? I mean, you're popular.
Oh,
People like you.
yeah.
The girls love you, I think. Every time you come into the sidebar, they're like, "Oh, is that?" How do you manage all that?
I think it helps a lot that, I have a relationship that, I love and I care about. So just being able to, have another support system where like she's doing her thing in basketball and, school, and I'm able to just call her and we can just chill at home. Like we can just relax, and I have my dog at home. And
Where does she go to school?
Bloomington, IU.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she goes to IU. So just being able to, relax and not worry about anything. Like my mind is focused on basketball, her, and just any ways that I can get better. So that's really, I think, great and been huge and a big part for me. Kind of just stable. Everything's been routine and just knowing I have the same thing, and that helps a lot. So just me, I don't really pay much attention to like, the other stuff. I'll take pictures of people and, sign stuff. And I know, people probably think I'm a high character person or, whatnot, but I don't really, try to feed into too much of that.
Feed in too much of the high what? High,
Like the liking or, the people,
whether somebody's following you or
yeah. I'll try not to. I just
focus on your game.
On the game.
You can only do so much.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely true.
You can't academically, if you're, that's important, right? That'll last forever. But you really have some strong goals athletically, right?
Yeah. And I think if you're not, focused on what you're trying to do, what you're trying to get, I don't think you can be 100% in. Like if I was worried about, going out or, doing this, like I'm taking time away from my goals and stuff I'm trying to do when I could spend an extra hour watching film. I could spend an extra hour in the gym instead of spending extra time doing something that's not going to help me in the future.
Have you met Coach Fitzgerald?
I have.
What do you think of him?
I love him. I think he brings great energy. I know some of my football guys and friends, like they love him, like what he brings and what he's about, and how active and like he kind of sets that Coach Izzo vibe. I heard like kind of to the football, like energetic, passionate, some of those character traits. But I met him, but I haven't really been around like football that much lately. But I can just
season, right?
Hear what they know.
Are you a football fan?
A little bit. I'm a Bears fan, so Chicago Bears, baby. But a little.
Muhsin Muhammad played for the Bears.
Okay.
He played at Michigan State.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was on the Super Bowl team.
Wow.
I think we went with Chicago went and they lost to the New Orleans Saints.
Was that in Super Bowl? Or
yeah, the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl back when they had Hurricane Katrina. But
we'll be back.
There's been a lot of Bears from Michigan State. Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite athlete on campus besides guys from the basketball?
Favorite athlete. That's tough. I love all the Michigan State athletics. Shout out y'all. But I'll probably say, I can't say a certain player, but I'll say like the hockey guys.
Oh, really?
I like the hockey guys.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. We always usually cross paths when, they're going to Munn or we're going to the Breslin. So, and I try to go to, like almost two hockey games a year,
Those are kind of hard to fit in because it's the same season.
With our season, so it'll have to be like after our practice or something. So just being able to stop down, I think my favorite part of that is for sure going to the game and like being in the studio section, but like smacking the glass when like someone's right there. Like that was probably one of the coolest things that I've done.
Did you watch the game last weekend against Ohio State?
I didn't.
Went in overtime.
I see. We won that one, right?
Yeah, the shootout.
I didn't get a chance to see. I think we were just getting out of like practice or something, kind of late.
Yeah. Well, I think we've been about an hour.
Okay.
And unless you got anything else to add, you've been great.
No, thank
been
you.
great.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate
Since
you.
my freshman year, just being able to, see you practice, talk to you. So that was always, great. And you always welcomed me.
Yeah, of course, of course. You're still my hero.
Appreciate
You're
you.
still my hero. And look, don't be so hard on yourself. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. We're gonna miss you when you're not around here anymore. But man, you've had some great games. Great games. Everybody said, "What are we gonna do without Jace?" Right?
Yeah, that was
Jace had
a big topic.
hell of a season.
Freshman year for sure.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we were like, "Who are we gonna have?" And a lot of guys stepped up.
Yeah.
But you've had some amazing games. A few more left can make a difference in, whatever you want to call it. Maybe go down in history as the greatest, right?
That would be tough, but if so, I'll be grateful if I could. But I got a long way
You
to go.
gotta
I
just
think.
work on it, discipline everything you're doing. Stay focused and play hard.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank you.
you.
Thanks, brother.